the liquid line one more time. It's a wee heavy. It's a 10 point something wee heavy. Okay, you're live now. My bad.
Oh, we're live now. Yeah,
We'll change up. We'll change up. All right.
So what are you? So good day to YouTube. Myself and Drunken One are here right now. What are you drinking right now, Drunken One?
I am drinking my normal little dry stout. I was just telling Chad that my wife poured me the last pull off of the tap, and it was an IPA, and it was a 7.35%, which turned out a little stronger than I expected. I brew myself. Brew beer. But anyway, yeah. So thanks for having me, man. This is awesome. It's another Thursday already. What's how time flies?
Yeah, I'm going to be drinking. I'm going to start with Old Tomorrow's Lighter, which is their light lager, which looks like a set of jeans. It even has the ridges zipper.
Meow. Yeah, look at that. Awesome. I do have a couple of store boughts. I have the I think it's New Belgium brand. It's the Voodoo Ranger, IPA. Voodoo. It's got a bigger name than that, but I forget what all the words are. I have a couple more bottles of that that I might get into here in just a bit. So you've heard of that one, eh? The Voodoo Ranger. Yeah. Of course you have.
It's not going to be a super late night tonight, guys. It says short BDU on the beer on the Facebook page because I do have my kids right now. They are sleeping. So awesome. I have to get to bed early enough because they wake up around 7.
Awesome. That's good.
Yeah, so we will have a few beers. We'll talk a few beer things, and we will go from there.
Awesome. Do we need to invite somebody else, or you've got that in the mix? Or
I've been inviting people. Nobody's joined as of yet. I don't know if they're going to come or not. We are a little late, so who knows if they're going to come out or not. You know, it's out there.
Oh yeah, it's out there. Yeah, you're kind of spinning in the wind, but yeah, so people show up. I forgot it was Thursday already. Man, how time flies. Yeah, it's we were just talking offline a bit, but yeah, I've been pretty busy with some things around the place, and then my camera. It's not a fancy camera, but I got just a little video camera. My camera decided to kind of fall to pieces. I turn it on, I hear click, 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 and then I took some video with it as it was doing that. And it's like flashing dark and light, and so I think my camera might have petered out on me. So I might be having to do videos on my telephone for a minute.
I use my extra cell phone.
It's been a big barrel of fun. Well, my wife's got a little camera. Don't tease me. It's pink. I'll show you. Little pink camera. But I don't know what it's about exactly. She hasn't used it in eons, and I don't even know if it works still. But I might be shooting some. Of course, you can't see it through the photo. When it's all set, you can't see it through the video. But yeah, I think I might be shooting video with a pink phone or a pink camera. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, it doesn't get down to that. Hopefully, my other one will act right. But you can see as I was doing it, it's like the shutter was like blinking and stuff. Anyway, we're talking about beer, not cameras. All right, so what's in the beer news, Chad? I'm sorry, I'm a little wound up today.
You know what? There's not all that much going on in the beer news this week. I didn't really look up much. Steel Wheel Brewing is now open in Brant, Ontario. So Steel Wheel has opened up with a pale ale, an East Coast IPA, and a stout. And they will have 2 limited variants of the stout, one flavored with cold brew coffee and the other with chai.
With what?
With chai spices, so chai tea, so like allspice and cardamom and stuff like that.
Okay, copy. All right.
What else do we have here?
Sounds good to me. I dig some coffee.
Canvas Brewing has launched its first beer and will be opening soon in Muskoka. So they launched with they're going to have a 5,200 square foot event space, 1,400 square foot brewery. The 20 tap bar.
All right.
And they just launched with a Kolsch.
All right.
Because, there's not hundreds of Kolsches in Ontario already.
Right. Imagine that.
Going on right now is Apple Pie Trail Cider Fest.
Mm-hmm.
So up in Georgian Bay, there is a 10-day long celebration of cider. Set for this June in Ontario. It's the largest apple growing region. The Apple Pie Trail Cider Fest will be hosted June 7th to June 17th.
Wow.
$25 passport includes cider pairings at 6 stops, including Duntrum Cider House, Beaver Valley, Coffin Ridge, Arbiel Cider, Thornbury Cider, and a cheese gallery.
They take you around to these places?
You take yourself around, but...
Oh, okay, right. It's like a pub crawl thing. All right, no, that sounds cool. All right,
yeah, so
all right.
That's
awesome.
out there right now. Top Shelf has launched a maple bacon moonshine with Tom Green from the Tom Green Show, and Freddie Got Fingered and a few other things. So now he's moved on from just doing beer with Bose. He's now doing spirits with Top Shelf. He's doing a maple bacon moonshine.
Oh man, what kind of that?
$29.99 at the Perth Distillery. $29.95 isn't actually bad for a 750. That's actually pretty good for Canadian. Like for Canadian hard liquor, that's a good price.
That sounds fun. Yeah, that sounds fun. All right, worth trying.
What else do we have going on here? Those 3 we'll talk about later. There's 2 more big ones here. Non-Such Brewing has opened in the former Peg Beer Co. location in Winnipeg. So Peg Beer Co. is the brewery that was doing really well and then just closed and didn't tell anybody why they closed. So their building is now being used by Non-Such.
Okay.
Does it say anything really here on it? No. It says nothing other than they're opening up there. They're opening up next week.
All right.
And lastly, we did talk about this before, but now it is 100% final. Stonehammer Brewing in Guelph is gone. She's gone, Siki. She just filed for bankruptcy. So they did close their doors a few weeks ago and told the employees not to come back. They've now filed for bankruptcy. All their equipment is in trust and one of the bankruptcy companies. So yeah. More than a month since closing its doors to the public, Guelph Stonehammer Brewery has filed for bankruptcy. Robin Dowen, a senior manager at BDD Canada in Kitchener, and said the brewery and its contents on Elmira Road came into the firm's possession last week as a result of a bankruptcy file in the London, Ontario court. So if you guys are out looking to open up a brewery, or you're just opening a brewery, there is some equipment at a bankruptcy company right now that will be sold off.
Yeah, there's a good start right there. Now, how do you? I mean, really, it seems like, how would you go out of business unless somebody's being like shiding, like being shisty or whatever, and trying to get something away from you? It seems like there's a lot of money in this.
Now, the big thing with Stonehammer, right? Stonehammer used to be called F&M because. What's his name? Charles McLean, and I forget the other guy. They were the original owners. F&M was sold, but the brewery was sold. The building was still owned by the F. The F guy still owned the building, so they were paying rent to him. Okay. But he sold it to them, to the Woodhouses, Graham and Leslie Woodhouse. And they changed the name to just Stonehammer because that was the main branding with Stonehammer, because it was Stonehammer this, Stonehammer that, blah, 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 but they called it F&M Brewing, so it was weird to people, right? Yeah, sure. So they changed the branding to just Stonehammer. They never wanted to leave Guelph. They only marketed in Guelph. So that was their big mistake. They had a very large space. They had big fermenters. They had enough space to do a lot of things. And yeah, Guelph is a university city, but every other brewery in Guelph is outside of Guelph.
Oh.
Now, you also...
They only marketed very locally, and so they weren't getting exposure. Is that correct?
No, they were not having the sales because they were only local. And if you're only going local, well, that's great and that's fine and dandy, but you already have local breweries too. Wellington Brewing Company's there. Royal City's there. There's another one that just opened. I can't remember its name. And there's Stonehammer. And Stonehammer had open capacity, and they wouldn't do contract brewing there either. They're like, no, we don't want a contract brew here. Where the other two breweries are like, hey, we have space, come contract here, make some money.
Sure. Okay.
So they made some mistakes. Really, the only beer they had that was of the 3 beers that they ran all the time that I really liked was their oatmeal stout.
Okay.
They did have a dark every once in a while, which was good. Their light was good. The Pilsner I didn't like, and the red maple I didn't like. Now, those were the only 4 brands forever until one day George Eagleson, who was the brewmaster there for a long time, talked them into letting him do other stuff, and he did Continuity Baltic Porter, which was great. Right. They did their first IPA. They did their first IPA in 2016. That just tells you how much they didn't care about the market.
Oh yeah,
2016 they did their first IPA.
Yeah.
And they named it Bandwagon IPA. We gave them that name. We were doing an interview with them, and we're like, "When are you going to jump on the bandwagon and make an IPA?" And they're like, "Oh, that's great."
Oh hell, really? Okay, all right. Yeah. I mean, you got to go where the market's at, and IPAs have been out for a while now. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, it doesn't matter if you like it or not. That's what's going to sell. And if you're not going to do it, well, then you're not going to do it. Well, we have 0 viewers. That's amazing to me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
I can leave and come back when there's somebody. Yeah. No, I don't know. Yeah, you think there'd be somebody here? I don't know. I can't see your screen. I'm not on that screen.
Yeah.
It's you and me. It's just you and me, Chad. It's all right, man.
I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm just amazed. But
I do know that the beer float thing is going on over there. We got Rod J doing. He's got.
I had no idea he was going.
Right. I just I popped over here because they're kind of Joe is over there. I don't know how many people visit over here. Anyway, I don't know if you're saving this or not, so I don't want to say anything weird. I'm not into all the who's who and the political crap. I give a shit less. We're just here chilling. All right. Yeah. Where is everybody? I don't see your screen, so I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't care, man. I really.
It's all good. It's all good.
We're gonna have Dirty Greg here shortly.
Yeah, he's not over there a bit. I don't know if you're gonna say this or not. I'll tell you who's over there.
I don't care who's over there, man. It's all good. Okay. I didn't even know he was on. Like I said, I usually go on earlier than this, but again, I had the kids. We were watching some shows and all that. Once I put them down, okay, let's go do our thing.
Oh, good.
My next beer is going to be this one, this Silver Bullet right here that has no markings. So I was given 5 of these. Yeah. Oh, I know what it is, but I don't know what it is at the same time. I was given 5 of these, and each one is different. And what they are is it's this brewery, Old Tomorrow, but it's their Canadian Pale Ale. It's their CPA. And each one of these cans, they just have a number on the bottom. This one's number 2. What they are is basically they're all just experiments of that brew. And they want me to give them a quick note on each one.
You told us about this before, and they're like, "Well, you asked, well, how do you know which one I'm talking about?" They said, "Oh, we'll know just by the way you describe it." Right? Yeah, I remember you speaking of these. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. So it's got the number 2. Well, when that helps them out, they know it's number 2. So you just don't kind of. So that came from that same brewery, and they shot you 5 or 6 of those, you say?
Yeah, they shot me 5 or 6 of these experimental versions, and
awesome. So how's the new puppy turning out? I see him in the background there. How's the new little white doggy turning out?
She has explosive diarrhea at the moment.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, that's always fun.
Well, I'm changing her food over, right, from what they were giving her to what I give my dogs. So. I mean, everybody's like, "Oh my God, she has diarrhea. She probably has parvo or distemper." I'm like, she doesn't have parvo or distemper. She's not in pain. She's not puking. She was perfectly fine until I changed her food. I know exactly what's happening. Shut the fuck up. And this isn't what I thought it was. This is actually not. This is not the beer I thought it was.
Okay.
This is a different beer. So this is not the CPA. I just had it. I did have one more Silver Bullet. I had 2 different sets of Silver Bullets. This one is the Loganberry, Last Ride Loganberry Saison from Brimstone.
Yeah. It seems like with that flavor would stand out amongst others. Right? It's the Saison. It's the
Loganberry Saison. The second I took my first sip, I'm like, yeah, this isn't the CPA.
Yeah. Easy to figure out that one for sure.
I have some beers I have to send out to Dan. Some beers to send out to Dan. He wanted a shirt, so I packed a few beers in there for him. So those will go out probably, well, not tomorrow because I have the kids, so I'll probably send it out Monday. And he'll get them probably Wednesday or Thursday. I have 3 more beer packages coming over the next few days. I should get 1 tomorrow because it's already in St. Catharines. It was coming from London. The other 2 were coming from North Bay, and apparently there's a transportation delay in North Bay. So I don't know what happened. Maybe there's one Canada Post truck and it died or something. I don't fucking know. What else do I have coming? I have a package coming from Amazon tomorrow. I'm waiting for a bed. I got the new mattress for my daughter. I didn't get the bed frame yet, so she's sleeping on the mattress on the floor currently.
Well, but it's all in the mix. It's all in the mix. Right. Yep. Let me go grab that Voodoo Ranger. It's a little further than my normal refrigerator. Let me go grab it and a glass, and I'll be right back. Yeah, you can talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
No, I'll be back. I'm just teasing. I'll be back.
Good day, Brendan. What's going on, sir? Yeah, I'm just talking amongst myself. I have 3 pages of things that you can order online to talk about next, and we'll talk about them shortly. Yeah. Yeah, we will. Bang, there we go. Excuse me. So I'm on vacation this week. I'm on vacation until next Saturday. Hopefully we can get some beers reviewed over this next week. I have the kids until Saturday night. So from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm hoping to get some stuff done. Also, I have to start working out again. I'm getting flabby again. I've let stress affect me in ways I shouldn't have, and I haven't worked out in like 3.5 weeks. I'd like to put blame on somebody else because they're the ones that were stressing me out, but the blame's on myself for just not doing it. I shouldn't have cared about the stress and just done what I was supposed to do. Seeing my kids though actually made me happy again, so I'll start doing that tomorrow. When I put them to bed, I'll go downstairs, I'll do my workout quick, and then I'll go to sleep. And then Saturday they're gone. So Saturday night I'm actually free as well, but they won't be leaving until like 5 p.m. Stop making excuses, Chet. Just when you come online, Chet, all you have to do is you go up to adjust bandwidth usage and turn it down until you get more usage. If you turn it down all the way, then your camera turns off and it's just your voice for the beginning. And then you can turn it up as you become the only one using the internet.
Hey, I'm back. Oh, I'm just seeing me. I don't want to see me.
I don't understand what's going on with you there, Brendan. I've never had that problem. I've never had it at all. See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my phone right here. So I'm going to pull out my phone, Brendan. And I'm going to go to Google Hangouts. And I'm going to go to People. See, I'm going to click this call. And I'm going to go People.
Having technical difficulties. Yeah, I need to find you on your channel, and that way I can see the chat. Let me dig that up. Oh, I see me. I'm the thumbnail. Good night. Yeah, shut up, that guy. All right. So I got you now. Okay, Chet's in here. Hey, Chet. East Coast guys. I don't remember that name. Obviously, you've been here because he's already given you a wrench. All right, I'll give you a little.
There we go. I've set it up now so that I can. Now I'm going to give you this, like this, Chet. Brendan, I'm going to try this again. Bang. Try that one this time. There you go. Try that one.
Brendan is East Coast Legends?
Yes. Brendan, the next time he comes out to a beer review, he gets his nickname. He's been out enough now that he gets a nickname next time he's here.
Okay, cool. Woo, running rich. All right, yeah, I can see the chat now too. I didn't do that a while ago. That guy on the
Chet needs it too.
Your thumbnail though, he's a shady character. All right, so that's my next one here. It's totally the wrong glass, but I'm doing it in a tulip glass. This is what's the name of those things? The Swarovski. No, they're Spidels. Beaglos. Sorry about breaking the some bitches because they're so fine. But I'm drinking a Voodoo Ranger Hazy IPA, Juice Haze IPA. I'm going to do that one out of that Spiegel tulip. Yeah, whatever.
Chet, I'm going to do the same thing I just did for him, and I'm going to send it to you this way. It's going to be Facebook again at first, but it's different. So, yeah, bang. Yeah, send it to him, too. Might as well send it to him, too.
It's okay, Chad. You don't have to listen to me.
No, I'm listening to you, man.
I'm just messing with
I have two different conversations going. I'm multi-talented, sir.
I don't know crap about Facebook, so yeah, I'm not that guy whatsoever. So I have no idea about that. You know, what's screwed up is the way I used to invite people around to things is their about page, and now they're going to change that. Now they're taking away our about page.
Yeah, they are. That's
what's up with that? And now I don't even know how to invite people because Brandon. What's your name again, bro?
Brendan.
There we go. I told you.
Brandon or Brandon?
Brendan.
A million different ways.
Brendan. Okay. You can call me Sparky. Otherwise, I'm Drunken One. Yeah. Sparky is cool.
All right, Sparky.
All right. Nice to meet you. Electrician. That's why they call me Sparky. That's why. Well, I call me Sparky. Anyway. It's the New Belgium Voodoo Ranger. My buddy didn't like it, and he passed it to me. It was my brother-in-law or whatever. He wasn't crazy about it. He said, "You'll drink it." I said, "Well, you damn straight I will."
So tomorrow for dinner I'm making the kids hot dogs, but they're going to be hot dogs stuffed with cheese and pickles and wrapped in bacon.
Awesome. Can I come back to you? No, you mentioned your kids. What? How many? What sex are they? How old? Who are they?
I have 3, 2 boys and a girl.
Holy crap! You're not a bouncer. You're a producer. So two boys and a girl. 2 boys and a girl, and their ages?
8, 5, and 17 months.
Wow, 17. All right. So you already got one that knows more than you do.
Actually, I'll share when we go offline. I'll show you a picture I took earlier today because the 8-year-old may have been wearing some of my Albino Rhino Beer Festival shirts today. He was really excited that they fit him because he's 8 years old and he fits into an adult small.
Nice. Well, I've been knowing you for a while, and you mentioned kids. I didn't know how many or ages or whatever. I've been knowing you for a while. We talked things, you know, and we talked anyway. But I've never actually known ages or names or sexes or whatever to the kids. So all of them are there to visit. That's awesome. You got visitation rights. That's really cool.
Yes, sir. So yeah, here's something I opened up to talk about. There is 3 different things going on here. Now that the Canadian government has loosened laws on provincial shipping of alcohol, you can buy alcohol online from craft distilleries, craft cideries, and craft breweries, and they will deliver it to your door. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 13 distilleries that will deliver to your door.
Wow.
We have Dillon's Small Batch Distillers, which is here in here in the Niagara region in Beamsville. They make some great stuff.
5 minutes away.
Wasn't that legal, or isn't that legal here in Texas? I mean, in U.S.
In the U.S., you guys can ship from state to state too, for the most part.
Right, that's what I thought. I didn't realize y'all couldn't. That just seems strange. A company should be able to ship you with their product no matter what it is. I thought.
You can't do a lot of fun things here.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun things you can't do up here. Frape & Sons from Thunder Bay. Frape & Sons specialize specifically in distilling their own cocktail bitters. So King's Lock Craft Distillery in Johnstown is the most Eastern Ontario distillery. They offer spirits in both 375 and 750 milliliter bottles, including their gin, their Thousand Islands moonshine, their Prescott white rye, their Smuggler's Gold rum, and their vodka. Then you have Kinsip House of Fine Spirits in Bloomfield, and they give you barrel-aged gin, cassis, whiskeys, vodkas, brandies, Stucos, rums, and even a whiskey barrel-aged maple syrup. Oh my God, I'm going to order that. And they offer free shipping on any order over $100.
Wow. Yeah, that does sound good.
A whiskey barrel-aged maple syrup. I love maple syrup. Bloomsfield is in Lanark County, so they make the best maple syrup in Ontario. I'm going to order that. Last Straw Distillery in Vaughan. They have a half dozen spirits that they will deliver to your house. North of 7 Distillery in Ottawa, Guy from Drinking in Canada loves them, but they have an online shop now too. Murphy's Law Distillery in Elmira, Rowe Distillery in Hearst, Concord's own Stillwater Distillery, who was on the same, Stillwater was on the exact same documentary I was on, which was called Straight Up, the issue of alcohol in Ontario. Yeah, I was in it. Yeah. That's a shameless plug. What else do we have? Top Shelf Distillers. We actually just talked about Top Shelf Distillers because Top Shelf Distillers is now making a maple bacon moonshine with Tom Green. They're in Perth. They're delivering online. Trafalgar Artisanal Distillery in Oakville is delivering online. Vienna Estates out of Beamsville is also delivering online, so right down the street from you as well. And Wolfhead Distillery in Amherstburg is delivering online. So a bunch of spirits stuff there if you guys like spirits. Ciders, there's a bunch of ciders to choose from too. 401 Cider Brewery in Colburn. Now 401 Cider Brewery is in a partnership with Barley Days. They're also in a partnership with, there's a winery there. So what happens is the winery has the license to ship the alcohol, and you order online either from Barley Days or from 401 Cider, and the winery ships it to you instead of those places. So they're all working together and splitting the cost. Archibald Ciders in Bowmansville. They have choose from 5 ciders, including dry, raspberry, currant, sherry, or Eastern Ontario. Baines Road Cidery in Dunnville. Who wants to fucking order anything from Dunnville? There's no teeth in Dunnville.
It sounds like it sounds like our head.
Beaver Valley Orchard and Cidery in Kimberley, Ontario. They make dry ciders, bumbleberry ciders. I don't even know what the fuck a bumbleberry is. Pear and ginger ciders. You have Blueberry Hills Estates in St. Williams. You have Boreal Winery in Warren. Coffin Ridge Boutique Winery, which makes forbidden cider. Creekside Estate Winery. Sorry, what was that?
Warren where?
Coffin Ridge. Oh, Warren, Ontario.
Oh, all right. Oh, duh.
Duh. Creekside Estate Winery, which makes road apple cider in Jordan, so close to us again. Hinterland Wine in Hiller. Kawartha County Wines in Blackburn. Puttycombe Cider Company and Sir Isaac Cider in Winona. Horrible ciders, taste like licking a beach ball or a condom.
Oh, hell. Damn.
Ravine Vineyard Estate and Winery in St. David's. Another one from around here, Niagara on the Lake. They currently offer one cider, and it's a peach cider.
Yeah. He's a beach ball or a condom.
No, that's exactly what it is, man. It's a fucking beach ball or a condom. That's all. That was the one we did. It was called I can't remember the name of it. But
Country cider?
County cider.
Oh, county cider. Right?
Yeah, county cider, where we had the cartoon, and we're like, this tastes like an apple condom. And the cartoon's like, yeah, it really does. I'm like, let's go get an apple condom and see if it really does. So I went upstairs and I got an apple condom, and he licked the condom and drank the cider, and he goes, the condom was better.
Hey, I don't mean to interrupt this whole wonderful live stream. I will be right back as that frickin' 902. I'll be back. I'll see if I can't find my way back. If not, I will try to click back in. I'll be back.
All right, sir.
All right. Hey, while I'm gone, invite Beer by the Numbers Ryan, because he's great on the panel. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. My computer's a shit bag.
All good.
Oh, Beer by the Numbers is here. Okay, Beer by the Numbers. Let me finish the cider thing, and I'll get you an invite. I really should get you on Facebook or something, so it's easier for me because I'm useless and shit like that. Showman's Vineyard and Winery in Westport, Ontario, is another Eastern Ontario cidery that currently offers a sparkling cider. Sparkling cider is nice. I like myself some sparkling cider. Small Talk Vineyards here in Niagara on the Lake, who does shiny apple cider, really good ciders if you like sweet cider. A lot of these cideries are here in our area. Then you have another one in Vineland, Tawny Winery. Tawny Sparkling Cider is a bottle fermented, aged on lees, and unfiltered and unpasteurized. Vienna Estates in Beamsville again. Vienna Sparkling Cider earned a double gold at the 2016 Finger Lakes International Wine Awards. And lastly for ciders, is Windswept Orchard Cider in Meaford. Okay, what were you going to say?
So is that off of Highway 81, Vienna Estates?
I believe so.
Yeah, okay. All right.
So I'm going to get Beer by the Numbers an invite here. I really should get him in, like I said, on other things.
What did you do differently that we haven't been able to do for the past few months?
Nothing. You just figured it out for once.
Oh, fuck off. Okay, I accept.
Okay, the YouTubes. We go to the YouTubes and we look up Beer by the Numbers. Okay, and yeah, so we look up Beer by the Numbers. Oh my God, that was loud.
I think I'm back now. There might be two of me for a second, but the other one will go away.
Yeah, well, two of you is way too many of you.
I know, right? Two is one too many for sure. Right.
One of you is too many usually.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah, you know how my shit goes. 902, and it wants to restart. I gotta give my computer.
There you go, Ryan. You'll figure it out.
We gotta sort it. I'm back.
Okay, Ryan. Well, you know what? It's there. Join or don't join. It's all good. It's sad. If you want to find me on Facebook, it's easy. It's easy.
Oh, right. Well, I kind of threw him in the mix saying, "Oh, he'll join," but he said, "No, I'm busy. Hey, you got some editing to do tonight."
All right, now here's the big one. Here's the big one for us Ontario beer nerds. Order online beer from these 30-plus breweries. Now, only one of them really doesn't work for us, and that's Bose, because Bose only delivers in the Ottawa area. But it's still on here because you can order online. Anyway, let's get on to this. Five Paddles Brewery in Whitby. So Five Paddles Brewing in Whitby will deliver online to you. You need to order at least 6 bottles from them. Usually they only have 3 or 4 different variants of beer. So that's the only reason I haven't bought anything from them yet.
Right.
Like right now they only have 3. No, wait. Let's actually go to their online bottle shop. Let's do that because we're live online. Right now they have 6 bottles to choose from. So they have 6 bottles to choose from. They have Home Sweet Home. They have the original Home Sweet Home, and they have the new Home Sweet Home. Then they have Die Bugger, which is the Dugger Cream Ale. They have Midnight Paddler. They have Rainbow Ale, and they have Paddler's Pride. So they're out of the coconut cream pie, which is the one I would have wanted out of them all. But yes, nothing they have right now is anything I want to order, so I haven't ordered from them. All or Nothing Brewhouse you can order from now. That's Trafalgar. Really, they don't have. Go ahead.
Have you tried any of the beers? Okay, it's saying they only have a few beers to drink, and they want you to have 6 bottles. Have you tried any of their beers, or maybe all of them, or whatever?
They only had 2 on that list that I haven't had.
Okay.
Five Paddles makes some good beer. I just don't want to pay for shipping if it's something I've already had.
Oh, okay. Good point. Yeah, good mix.
What do we have? All or Nothing Brewhouse in Oakville, which is Trafalgar. Amber Brewery in Toronto. I'm going to open up the ones that we can talk about, and we'll even see what they have online right now. Amsterdam. Barley Days. I just ordered from Barley Days. I did an unboxing from them. They're in Picton. They're a great brewery. They sent me a couple beach balls last year. This time they sent me a cup, a hat, and a shirt.
Do they taste like the apple condoms?
It really did. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I had to go there. Well, you mentioned beach balls a while ago. You know, it's just apple condoms on the beer you just spoke of. Wait a second.
You can order from Big Rig in Ottawa, which is owned by Chris Big Rig Phillips. Black Oak Brewing in Toronto. Block 3 in St. Jacobs delivers to. Bush Kong Brewing, way up in Minden Hills, way up there. Blood Brothers Brewery, which is a brewery I love ordering from in Toronto. Burdock in Toronto delivers. Can you stop trying to kill each other back there? Collective Arts in Hamilton. Cool Beer Brewing in Toronto, but who wants to order anything from Cool? Dominion City in Ottawa. I order from them quite often too. They are great. The Exchange Brewery in Niagara-on-the-Lake does delivery now. Forked River Brewery. I have an order from them coming tomorrow. From Seaforth, Ontario, you can do half hours on Earth. I order from them often. In South River, Highlander Brewing Company. In Kitchissippi, which is Ottawa, you have Kitchissippi Beer Co. Left Field Brewery in Toronto will deliver to you. Manitoulin Brewing in Little Current, Manitoulin Island. Muskoka Brewery will deliver to you, but they only deliver, I believe, in 6-packs. We'll find out shortly. Napanee Beer Co. in Napanee, Ontario will deliver to you. New Ontario Brewing Company in North Bay will deliver. Nickelbrook in Burlington will deliver, but we can just drive there. NIDA Beer in Ottawa will deliver to you.
No,
that's a great name.
Right?
NIDA Beer.
Are their products any good?
Yeah, NIDA does some good beer.
Okay, that's a fun name. That's a NIDA beer. Hello.
Outlaw Brew Co. in Southampton. Another Toronto brewery, Rorschach. Markham's Rouge River will deliver to you. Sawdust City Brewing in Gravenhurst will deliver. I've already ordered from them. Signal Brewing in Corbyville will deliver to you. I've ordered from them. Uxbridge's own Second Wedge will deliver to you. Sleeping Giant in Thunder Bay will deliver to you. Small Pony Barrel Works will deliver. Stack Brewing in Sudbury will deliver. Wellington Brewery in Guelph will deliver. And Whitewater Brewing in Ottawa will deliver. Now, I've opened up all these breweries. We'll just see how these work, because a lot of these will make you order. Well, a lot of them will make you do 6-packs, right? Which pisses me off. So,
all right. I mean, right. They're making the effort to pack it up and ship it to you. You know.
Well, no, I can accept. If you say I can accept if you as a brewery.
I'd like it cheaper, and I want it shipped overnight, please.
I can accept if you as a brewery say you need to order X amount of beers, like you need to order 6, or we're not shipping it to you. But I should be able to pick and choose which 6 beers I want. I should be able to make.
I do agree with that. Right. I do agree with that. Right. I'll take your minimum shipping as 6 beers, but I want to pick and choose which 6 beers.
Yeah, like there's a bunch of breweries that make you order each beer as a 6-pack, and I don't like that.
Right. Well, right. No, but you got to think of what they're doing here. I mean, think of how many orders they'd have to fill to have, everybody that wants to try their beer have it shipped to them in individual 6-packs. That's a bunch of legwork as to they're putting together.
It shouldn't be that hard to read a beer. Like, I worked in fast food. It's not that hard. Can I have a cheeseburger? Here's your cheeseburger. I don't give you a hamburger. I give you a cheeseburger.
I get it, but how many people are they shipping to? I mean,
they can't have that many a day.
Well, you figure it could be like PA where you can only get like cases.
Okay. So say you want to try 6 different beers from that place. If you ordered 6 6-packs from them, they would gladly ship it to you. But for them to build you an individual 6-pack, like
it's all sitting there anyway. It's all sitting in skids in their fridge.
We have options of doing that. Okay, we have here in Texas. We have options at some places to be able to. You can go and you can hand pick out your 6 bottles that you want. You can put them in there, and if you choose them right, sometimes you can get some like high ABV beers or some badass beers, and you put them in that 6-pack, and so they'll sell you that whole 6-pack for $9.99. Where that some of them are like beers, and some of them,
give me separate prices on them if you want.
They don't know any better. They don't care. They don't know any better. But for them to actually pick and choose to each and everybody that's gonna want something sent out only as a little 6-pack over out and about like that's a lot to ask. I think
we're not like you guys though, right? We don't have like volumetric discounts. So you would give each beer a price. Like say you're going to sell your 6-pack at $18 for your stout. Then you just put that one at $3 a can. Say your lager was going to be $12. You put that one at $2 a can. Now my 6-pack might be $25, mattering what I pick. It's not hard. It's all sitting in your fridge on skids. It's not like you just walk in, you go bang, 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 bang. It's in a box. You send it.
Yeah. These are like a $9.99 6-pack you build yourself. But if you know what to pick and choose out of there, you can get some pretty badass beers, and they don't think that you're going to be that guy that knows what to pick out of there to make a badass 6-pack. You pick it out, and you're walking away with 8 and 10% beers in a 6-pack for like the $9.99. And they're pretty damn yummies. They're pretty damn yummies. Otherwise, just a normal 6-pack of something like this, it is about $9.99, $10.99 for like Voodoo Ranger or just any decent craft beer you might get, and any decent craft, some Samuel Adams, something, anything New Belgium or what's the other one? There's a million of them. Anyway, so most of them are like $9.99, $10.99 for a decent beer. Some of them are maybe $10.99 for a 4-pack, even depending on what they are. But it's pick and choose. But to expect a big company, to be able to build you your own little 6-pack to send out, that seems like that's a lot to ask for so far.
Oh, these aren't big companies.
Changed over the years, but that seems like a lot to ask for.
These are not big companies.
I know building, like you're talking about building your burger. I don't want onions, but I want extra pickles or whatever. There's just there's a lot of people asking for that burger though, and to send out each one individually, I don't know. Maybe I'm totally wrong, but I'm just that's the way I see it. I don't know. Maybe I'm totally wrong.
I got to quickly open these up again because somehow I just broke it. I broke it.
Well, yeah.
I don't know how I did it, but I broke it.
Well, fixed it, by golly.
I'm trying to fix it.
Is your hair growing back? Are you growing hair now?
Who, me? I gotta shave it again. My hair grows fucking fast, man. It grows fucking fast.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's just like my phone or what, but like Chad's like video feed kind of like glitches a little bit. It like flickers.
Well, my puppy may have chewed on a wire at some point, so maybe. I'm not used to. It's been a long time since I've had a livestock dog, and they chew like a motherfucker. And yeah, well, that's what she is, right? A Great Pyrenees was a livestock guardian, so they chew like motherfuckers, and I'm doing my best to control that with her. I didn't have everything green apple coated when I first got her.
You got out and bought it.
So
everything is green apple coated now. She can fuck herself.
Yeah. You told me about that. Yeah, you put a little taste thing on there. It's where they don't chew your cords.
Yeah. So
I haven't dealt with dogs or puppies in a while, but I don't miss it. Mine were Labradors, and they are the chewing type for sure. The ones I had.
Now I had to worry. I worried a little bit. There was this fucking lump on Boris's back, and I thought it was just dirt, right? Like his hair was all matted and all that. And they don't have much hair, but there was a little bit of a mat, and I'm like, okay, it must just be dirt. So we were outside, and I got the hose, and I'm at it. He has an open sore now, so either there was a tick there or he had a tumor. I don't know which one it was, but yeah, I gotta watch that now. I polysporined it because it was a fucking open wound once I took the fucking shit off of him.
Right.
It doesn't hurt him though, so whatever.
Yeah, that's the best thing. That's the best thing for sure.
So I'm going to quickly do a screen share here to show you some of this. Oh, Jace Gouda, I haven't seen you in forever.
Right. Well, I just checked into that channel. Like 0 subs and like some family things. Definitely not troll type. Well, welcome in. He just seemed like he doesn't visit the internet very much or whatever. Seems like a decent guy so far, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I
haven't seen him in forever. He did say that any card can put 6 different beers in a box.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, no, I agree. It seems like it seems like that'd be pretty easy. It just depends on how many people want a 6-pack of beer. It just seems like that would be very taxing on. I don't like that thumbnail.
There we go. Right. So here we are. This is Whitewater. So Whitewater does their beers. They have 7 beers. You can order empty growlers from them and all that. There's only 3 beers on here that I haven't had, so I won't order from them because their shipping is $20. And you guys know me. I like to drink things I haven't had before. So I haven't had their lager, their Legion lager, their KLB, or their whatever the fuck this thing is. But whatever. What's next? What other breweries did I open here? Yeah, nobody cares about you. Die. Damn good beer. So this is Amsterdam's brewery. So they have the Space Invader, which I can't believe. Now, this is the thing, okay? Now, Amsterdam Brewing Company is the brewery in Ontario that hits everybody with cease and desist and copyright infringement claims. And then they do this. They do this.
Hey, Hey, Chad, your audio's getting a little crazy. It might be the fact that you have 37 browsers open right now.
Oh, it's not that. It's that my dog chewed my fucking headset, so I don't have my
Okay,
microphone.
well, it just turned that way. Your audio was great before, but
It's because I was
the
screen
fact that you have
sharing.
37 browsers open.
No. It's once I started screen sharing, my camera turns off, so my audio goes bad because I don't have my headset anymore. But anyway, what I was saying is so Amsterdam is the brewery that hits everybody with cease and desist and copyright infringement claims, and then they have the fucking Space Invader beer. I'm sorry. If you have a Space Invader beer that has the Space Invader fucking logo on it, you should be getting a cease and desist.
Sounds like Hasbro is going to be pissed.
Yeah. So, right. That's either feast or
Hasbro owns Atari.
So they have that, and they have San Rafael, which are the two beers I haven't had by them, but everything else on the list I've had, so I don't order from them because of that. But there's a lot of beers on there if people like their beers. Now there is 12 beers on the Barley Days website. Barley Days charges a flat $20 shipping fee. If you order more than $75 worth of beer, you get your order for free. They have their Sugar Shack. They have their Loyalist Lager. They have their Harvest Gold Pale Ale. They have the Wind and Sail Dark Ale, which is a really good beer. The Chinook Pale Ale, the Almond Kolsch, which is fucking awesome. County Light, the Aussie Amber, which I ordered a bottle of. The Saison Brett, which I ordered a bottle of. The Royal George Brown Ale, which again is fucking awesome. The Cherry Porter, which used to be good. I don't know how it is now. And a hibiscus wheat beer, which I ordered a bottle of. So again, their bottles range from $3 if they're small bottles, if they're 341s, to $6.50s if they're 650s. So not bad prices.
All right.
Now, Big Rig's online store. We have what? We have 3, 6, 10. No, sorry, 3, 6, 8. There's 11 beers to choose from here. So they have Salute, which is the salute to Chris Big Rigs Phillips for all of the games he played. Basically a hockey beer, so just a Pilsner.
Okay. Yeah.
Release the Hounds, which is a black IPA. They have their Premium Pilsner, which I've never had. They have their Bongo Radler, which I might order a can of. They have their Disturber IPA, which has the fucking, the Punisher logo on it. Hoppin' Maybach, Balk Me Gently, Big Boot Hefeweizen, Midnight Kissed My Cow, which is a milk stout, the Alpha Bomb IPA, Canadian Amber, and a Premium Gold, which is just a lager. What's this one next that I have to be 19
The names are amazing. Who comes up with this shit? They're awesome, aren't they?
So, yeah. Block 3. You guys can order from Block 3 if you want. They only have 3 of the... Sorry, not Block 3, Black Oak. Black Oak only sells Love Fuzz, Nox Eterna, and 10 Bitter Years online. Yeah. I love you, Ken. You need to branch out. Next, we have Block 3 in St. Jacobs, and I have to actually put my date of birth in to get in. I'm going to say I was born in 51, because why not? They don't actually check anyway. Orders for Canada Post. Okay, available beers. They're King Street Saison, really good Saison. It's their flagship beer. It's one of the few Saisons in the province that's actually under 5% alcohol. Beauty and the Belgian. Fickle Mistress. Ooh, Fickle Mistress is a dry hop kettle sour. I might actually make an order while we're talking here. Flavor Town, which is a dry hopped Brett Saison. Hype, which is a fodder aged rustic Saison. Cryotherapy, which is an American pale ale. Peninsula, which is a red wine barrel aged golden ale. So that's the beers you can choose from with them. There's 4 beers on there I've never had, so I might actually go and order some of those. I'm going to leave that open. Let's go to the next one. Flavor Town. I want to order it just because it's called fucking Flavor Town.
Is it endorsed by Guy Fieri?
I hope so.
It's got flames on the bottles.
Right, exactly. Indeed.
Now
and the cap is frosted.
I'm going to be drinking an Old Tomorrow Lighter next. I'm pretty sure Chet has no beer. He never does.
Yeah.
Chet even in here. I see him. I see him on the panel. I don't hear him.
So Bush Kong Brewing Company up in Northern Ontario has 4 beers. You can get their Kangaroo IPA, their Black Rock Dark, their 35 and 118 Cream Ale, and their North County Keller beer. Now, I've had the Keller beer. The Keller beer you have to order in a 24-pack. Everything else you can order as a single. You can only order the Keller beer as a 2-4. Tell me how you can put 3 cans in a box, but you can't put that 4th can in a box. You have to put a 2-4 in.
Right. Well, I'd have to try the beer for damn sure before I want to go decide that I want a whole freaking case of it. Jeez. It's got to be something, right?
Now, then you go on to say Burdock. Now, Burdock has 6 beers available. There is 4 bottles. Each bottle you can buy as a single. And then there is 2 cans, and the cans you have to buy in 4-packs. The cans are called 3 and Tuesday. And yeah, I don't even care. Buy Burdock. Burdock actually makes some good beers. Burdock's in Toronto, blah, 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 blah. Collective Arts. What does Collective Arts have? A brief history of time. What the fuck is... I have to open that just to read it. Dry hop sour with passion fruit. Goza with blackberries. Goza with Berliner Weiss with limes and ginger. IPA number 5. Life in the Clouds. Liquid Art Fest.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Send me the number 5. Send me some Congress Street.
The funny thing is, right?
Cover the shipping
for like 3 weeks.
That's some badass beer right there.
For 3 weeks, Red Beard was fighting with the LCBO about buying that beer, and he could have just ordered it online and had it at his house that next day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, that number 5 has just been the rant over the YouTubes here lately. It was Brother Joe from Beer Patrol that sent me a Congress Street, and that was probably one of the juiciest, best freaking IPAs I've ever put in my face. That was a badass beer, that one. I haven't tried the 5, but yeah, that Congress Street was awesome. I'm sorry I chimed in so heavy on that one.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, Trillium, but I hear Treehouse is right up there with them. I hear Treehouse has got things that are very comparable, if not better than Trillium. Yeah, that damn Congress Street that took me for a leap. I wouldn't have never seen it down here, but old Joe sent it down from up yonder way, and the Beer Patrol. I'm sure y'all know by now.
So there's 7 beers available from Dominion City. Now, Dominion City does very good beer. You can order them all as singles. The best name of all of them that they have, though, is Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, which is an IPA. So, I mean, that's where the Exchange. You can buy beers from the Exchange for actually $14 a bottle, $18 a bottle. The Exchange, who cares? I love you, Exchange guys, but I'm not paying that much money ever for a beer.
Yeah, it's pricey. Yeah, it's pricey.
What it is, right, is where they are. They're in the middle of they're in a very, very special. Holy shit! While we're talking, I might be making an order because there is a lot of beers. Let's see how many I haven't had. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Buy them all, and
holy shit! He has 12 beers listed, and I haven't had 11 of them. So I might be making an order. This is Half Hours on Earth, which is my good buddy Kyle Techert. He made Beard of Zeus at GLB before he opened up his own brewery. So he has Can't Ignore My Techno. Then he has Control Board. Then he has Echoes, which is a Brett Pale Ale at 7% alcohol. 4 touchdowns in a single game, which is a lager. Harmony of the World, which is an oak-aged farmhouse ale. Nebulosity, which is a barrel-aged IPA. The Edge of Forever, which is an oak-aged dark cherry and blackberry sour ale. Totally, which was one of my favorite beers ever, but oak-aged, which is a raspberry and hibiscus sour. Yala Yala Simcoe, Yala Yala Nelson Sauvin, Yala Yala Mandarin Bavaria. Now, the Yala Yala series is their one-hop series, and Yala Yala Mosaic. So I actually am going to be making an order from them later, too.
Excellent. Let me know when they come in, and I'll be sure to get a flight to Canada, and I will help you with those.
Good. I need some help. I have so much beer. It's not even funny. Brendan doesn't even come to help. He's like, "Fuck you, Chad. I don't like you." And it hurts my feelings.
Hey, both of y'all got like a room full of freaking nice ass beers that are just waiting to be tried.
We're talking about.
I'm the man for the job. I'm the man for the job. I'll help you.
And Zerpa said, she's like,
anything but liberal.
We're having a party over there on the East Coast.
East Coast sounds like he's talking to his sister.
They're having a party over there.
yeah, he's like, I wrote Jedi. I vote for the Jedi.
What do we have? Also, you can buy bottles and cans from left field. Great beers out of left field in Toronto. But again, all singles you can buy. Now, if you go to Muskoka, you have to buy everything in at least a 6-pack. Now that does cause a problem for me, at least. Again, I like to try everything new.
Here.
Oh
wait, they're selling everything in 8-packs. 8-packs, not 6-packs.
You got to be pretty dedicated to know that you want to hold that many of them. You know, so and that's fair, but yeah, you got to know that you want that before you spend.
Well, I mean, like they have. What do they have? They have their tropical wheat, which I've never had. I'd like to try it, but I'm not buying 8 cans of it. They have their cool as cuke. Again, I'd like to try it. I'm not going to pay. I'm not going to buy 8 cans of it. And hazed and confused. Again, not
maybe.
It's a cucumber beer, yeah.
You know, it sounds interesting enough, but yeah, do you want 8 of them? You know,
one of those things are all stupid.
Then you have Napanee. Napanee sells them all as singles, but Napanee only has 4 beers, so it's.
I muted your brother, not to be mean, but just because it's none of our business. Okay.
Yep.
I didn't mean to be mean. All right. Okay. I'm just not. All right.
So Napanee sells 4 beers. All singles as well. You can buy them. Do that thing however you want. New Ontario sells them all as singles again. New Ontario up in North Bay makes some nice beers. Here's another one asking me for my birth date. So let's just make a birth date up because I mean you can't ever be wrong that way. This is Nickelbrook. Nickelbrook sells. I have all these beers. We picked these up together.
Yeah.
What do we have here?
I don't know all the beer names, but I've heard a lot of these beer makers, and because between you and Joe and just everybody from kind of up north there, I know the names of the breweries, but
they have one called Only Nerds Would Know, and it comes with a pair of 3D glasses.
Oh well, damn! It makes you want to get that just for the fun's sake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just for the grins. It's all gimmicky. It's all about the names, and it's fun.
Where were these beers when I was there 2 weeks ago? Like they have Redshift, which is a cherry dark sour. I was there 2 weeks ago. Why the fuck weren't they there? Fuck you. Fuck you. What else do we have? We have NIDA mixed packs. You can buy a $48 2-4 from NIDA beer. And what it is you pick the brands. You pick 12 brands and you get 2 beers from each brand.
Wow. That really sounds like a great deal in theory. If the beers were good. $48 for 24 beer. That sounds really good if the beers were worth a crap. I mean, just put numbers together. That sounds good if the beers are, again, like I said, worth crap.
Now, Outlaw sells in singles again. Outlaw only has 5 core beers, though. So, again, remember, in Ontario, your shipping is going to be anywhere from $15 to $25, mattering who you're ordering from.
Yeah, fuck any which way it is.
Yeah, it's all screwed anyway. God damn it. Yikes. Yeah.
Fucking
doesn't
even matter.
What brewery is this? They're selling almost everything in 4-packs. Who is this? I can't even tell. I'm blind. I can't read it.
Yeah, you've been that way for a minute, huh?
I can't read it. I can't read who this is from. Oops,
really small printing. Oh, hell, it's Redbeard.
What's going on, gentlemen?
Yeah, Redbeard. Hi, dude. I haven't seen you in freaking forever. Ever.
Much work has been happening.
Oh, this is Rorschach this is Rorschach in Toronto. So Rorschach in Toronto has 7 beers to choose from. All the bottles you can buy singles. All the cans are in 4-packs. Awesome names, not bad prices. I might actually order from them at some point in the future. Rouge River has 7 beers to choose from, and they are all singles.
Do they have any sours right now?
They have a blueberry sour.
Ooh, that sounds interesting. I'd like to try that actually because their raspberry sour was one of the best sours I've ever had in my life.
They have Mélange et Trois. They have a coconut IPA.
Oh,
Wow.
Forget about Dre. Forget about Dre.
really?
Return to the planet of the APAs.
That's actually a decent name for a beer. I like that.
A tart, dry hopped farmhouse ale. Okay, I'm keeping this one open too. All 7 of those beers I haven't had. I might actually order from them.
Nice.
Sawdust City, everything's in singles now. Signal Brewing, this is the brewery I ordered from recently. They have 5 beers on their system. All 5 of them are singles.
Sawdust is doing singles now? Really? I didn't know that.
Sawdust is doing singles now.
That's
Signal's up in your area too.
In my area?
Yeah, because
Where?
Shut up! The baby's sleeping, idiot. I don't know, but New Ontario and Signal both ended up at the exact same post office when my packages were accepted. Calendar.
Oh, look at the little albino puppy in the background.
Greg and Beer just popped on in here. What's up, Jez?
Sneak on in.
Yeah, you did it.
I don't even know where they're in Corbyville. Where the hell is Corbyville?
It has to be near you because
I don't know, man. What's like the nearest fucking place? Highway 401, McDonald Cartier Freeway. This is nowhere near me at all. This is way down there.
That's weird because they both ended up at the exact same LCBO.
It's like just across
the exact same. You know what I'm talking about.
If you go to on the Highway 401, Belleville is like the same distance in the opposite direction as Signal Brewery. This is so not near me at all. It's like
that's weird.
Not even close.
Because the first stop for both my packages were in the exact same area.
I think this is like further than you are. If I was to drive there, east.
Sleeping Giant has 8 beers you can order. 8 beers you can order. 5 of them I haven't had, so I might actually look at that too. Who else do we have here? Small Pony Beer Works. Small Pony Beer Works only has like 6 beers, and they're $15 a bottle. No, 7 beers. $15 a bottle.
They're going all exchange on us.
Ouch.
How are they 750s? They better be at least 750s.
They look like 500s, but they're all barrel aged, and they're all barrel aged, and they're all vintage. They're all from 2017.
Still, though, that's like if that's all the beers they have to sell, that seems like a bad marketing idea.
Now, here's the one I hate the most. This is Stack Brewing. Stack Brewing has all these beers I'd love to buy, but you have to buy everything in a 6-pack at the very least.
They're still doing that, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, you need to start give them more shit, man. I gave Sawdust City shit like every single time I had one of their beers. I think maybe I affected that. I got the influence, man. I got the power.
They're just like, well, since you're complaining, guess what? Now you have to buy a 12-pack.
Yeah.
I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure like it's because of me that Liquid Art Fest IPA finally went on sale, man.
I'm thinking this way you get the crotch crickets. I'm not sure exactly.
I just can imagine like a brewery just trolling reviewers. It's like, oh, here's a batch that's extremely terrible because they gave us a bad review. We'll show you a bad beer.
We'll show you a bad review. We're going to charge you twice for it, damn it. Nice.
Again, that's an interesting marketing decision if they do that.
Amber Brewing in Toronto, which usually only sells to fucking licensees. They now are selling online as well. They will sell.
I've never even fucking heard of them.
They will sell singles, but it's like $30 to get it sent to you, regardless, as a flat rate. Because
really?
Yeah. Well, they're usually sending to licensees, right? So they want you to be ordering kegs and stuff. But you can order cans from them.
And what is this rare beer that you can get for?
Well, the beer better be good.
They have Toronto Amber. They have Toronto Amber, Boston Blonde, New York APA, and Detroit Red.
Sounds fabulous.
Ooh, that's some witty naming thing they got going on there.
Well, Detroit Red is red because it has the blood from all the murders that happened there. So
that was just like borderline a dad joke, man. That was terrible.
Yeah.
It was a borderline dad joke, but at the same time, it was true.
I don't know if it is, though.
No,
It bombed.
It was.
I don't think they're putting blood into their beer.
Oh, no, it's not intentional. It's just someone got killed at the brewery.
Oh, okay. There you go. In Toronto, but then they decided to name it after Detroit. Yeah, you're reaching right now, buddy. You're reaching pretty far.
Let's see what my shipping cost would be. I'm gonna go check out the comments in a second, guys. I don't know who's there, but we're gonna go check them out in a second. I'm just gonna put in the 4 beers that I would want from Block 3, and I'm gonna see what shipping costs would be on 4 beers from St. Jacobs.
So none from Cool Beer?
Oh, nothing from Cool Beer. Fuck Cool Beer. Are you still coming by on Saturday, Greg?
Yes, I am.
Okay, me and my kids will be here, so just text me whenever you're around, and I'll make sure to be at the house. But yeah, I'll give you that thing to take.
Yeah,
what are you doing? What
I'll
are you
give you
giving
a
him?
heads up.
What's going on?
He's giving me a hand job he owes me from like 2 years ago.
Nice.
He's going to be taking the money that is owed to another brewery for me to the brewery.
Yeah, with interest. With interest. That's why we roll around here with interest.
Okay, so it's $31 for the 4 beers, and then shipping is $20, so it would be $51 if I was to buy this.
Oh,
Those are expensive beers.
Jeez.
May as well just go to the exchange.
man.
So pay me stupid.
Those beers better be good.
$51.
That's why if I lived down where you like, that's why I don't even know, man. If I was you, Chad, and I couldn't drive, I'd lose my mind, man. I feel bad for you there because like you could just like in one day take a little road trip and hit up a bunch of these places without having to pay that fucking shipping cost. Me,
that's the thing, right?
if I want to do something like that, I actually have to, like, for me, the gas I have to spend to get all the way down there kind of makes it so the shipping is almost worth it kind of thing.
Then, Beard, you fill up the old company truck, you go down there, scoop up Chad, and y'all go make the rounds. Chad will have he'll have it all planned out as the 16 breweries are going to hit in that day's
I'm pretty sure the boss man would not be happy if he showed up and the vehicle was gone. Where are you? Oh, I'm down in Niagara Falls. Don't mind me.
Just say that you're rescuing polar bears.
By the time you get done bringing back all the beer, you're going to need a van, or maybe like a moving truck or something. You know.
I did pretty good actually. The last time I went down there, I brought back a bunch. Like my trunk in my car was basically full of beer.
Yeah. You get the, what is it, $37 a day, U-Haul or something, you know. They charge you by the mile. Get down there, scoop up Chad, you can hit 16 breweries, and y'all can spend $4,000, and you'll have a beer enough for the whole 2 years.
Yeah, a little on my financial range right now. A little bit.
This is what I'm drinking tonight, guys. This is the New Belgium Voodoo Ranger. There's a couple more bottles of these in my Fiji AI eater.
Imperial IPA. What's the percentage?
You know, I've never. Yeah, it's a 7.5, I think. I've never poured these into. I've had it before, but I've never actually poured it into a glass. Well, this is the last little bit from the last one. It's actually quite murky and quite like the ones like y'all brag about up there. I don't know much about it. I'm sure you've had it yourself, but
I've never seen that before.
That actually looks like lemon lime Gatorade.
It's this one. I can't compare it to your Congress Street up north there, guys, but it's actually got a decent color, and it's got a nice smell to it. I'm not bragging it up. It's not all that. I'm not a big baller type. I'm a homebrewer, but
Okay.
this when it comes to my stuff. Light's crappy, but it's kind of light's crappy, but it's kind of orangey. It's kind of orangey, believe it or not. This is not having the light. Looks like beer in here, but anyway.
That's the Bone Shaker. Ooh.
What's that? I've never heard of that one.
It's an IPA. It's a 7.1, not Imperial IPA. Just a
So if I was to order the beers I want from Half Hours on Earth, I would be getting 8 beers, and I would only be paying $10 in shipping.
That's actually way more reasonable. That's actually a really good deal right there.
They do international?
No,
awesome.
they don't.
There it is.
Shit.
Yeah, it's orangey, boys. It's orangey.
That looks all right.
Oh, there we go.
I'm trying to make the best of it. Hey, I don't know. It was something in the refrigerator that my brother-in-law didn't want.
I actually randomly found out today that I can buy beer in North Bay until 11 p.m. during the week right now. Apparently, Sobeys.
What?
Sobeys used to have a sign that was in there when you went in. They're open till 11 every night, but you could only buy beer until 10. Tonight, I went in there at like 10:30 after work, and I was thinking like the beer's going to be like locked up or something. I'm not going to be able to get it. I walk in, I'm looking for that beer hours sign. I don't see it. I'm like, okay, walk in, go to the beer fridges. They're still open. I'm like, okay, get 6 beer. Look up to the cash. I'm expecting the cash guy to be like, no, sorry, man, you can't buy beer now. He's like, scans them. I'm like, oh my God, yeah. So yeah, apparently I can buy beer until 11 p.m. It's like if I lived in Gravenhurst, Sawdust City is open till 11 p.m. every single night. They are like the best brewery. New Ontario, they just released their summer hours. It's like 9 p.m. every night, and then they're open late on Friday or something. I hate it. Unimpressed. Yeah.
Wow.
I would live
in
because
Sawdust
they
City,
didn't
man.
tell me they wanted to come or not. Fuck them. No, I don't really mean fuck them. New Ontario. I'm waiting on an order from New Ontario, but it's apparently possibly going to be delayed because of transportation delays in North Bay.
I don't see what. No. No. If anything, it's delayed because they're just like being lazy and not shipping it to you.
No, they sent it to Canada Post already, and Canada Post sent me a delay order.
Oh, really? That's weird. What'd you order? Well, I'm assuming like one of everything that you haven't had?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Anything I hadn't had, I ordered from them.
Did you ever do like reviews of those other 3 that I brought you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you ever post them? I never think I ever saw them.
No, not yet. You know what? I have them. I believe I don't remember if those ones are actually edited or not, because I have like 256 gigabyte cards, right? So
yeah, sometimes
things don't get put where they should be right away.
Nice. Yeah, did they have the 2 sour beers on the website when you ordered?
I don't know. I don't know for sure, to be honest.
They've got that. There's a maple sour and a sour IPA, and they're both. It's funny because the sour IPA. They didn't, they made it. It was in cans and everything, but they didn't release it. They didn't put it in the fridge for almost, I want to say, at least a month and a half after it was put in the cans because they didn't have any room for it. They need to sell a certain beer out. And surprisingly, I had my can when it was brewed, basically. They're like, yeah, it's ready here. You can have a can for review. And we're not selling it yet, so you can't have any more after that. And I tried it. I really liked it. And then when it finally went on sale, I went and bought it. And I don't know what the aging process did, but it got way more sour in that month and a half than it was when I initially tried it. It was kind of cool. I was impressed. And yeah, it's a whole lot of talking going on.
How did? Okay. I didn't mean to bring up for a moment. I was going to ask Chad a while ago, how did the festival go, and then I realized that you didn't get to go to the festival, and I didn't want to bring that up. So
that's fine. No. It went pretty well.
We don't have to blow. We're just going by that. I'm sorry. I meant to talk about that to Chad earlier, and then you showed up, and I just don't know you wanted to go. Anyway, I know it's a sore.
It's all good, man. It's all good. It's not like I'm not going to start crying or something.
Next time, I'm gonna try to bring my fat ass up there if I'm invited.
He says out when he has tears in his eyes.
I'm sure you're always invited.
I don't want to rub it in. I know that is a sore thumb. I know
everybody fucking if you made it up here, if you had made it up here, because I know Paul randomly surprised everybody and showed up.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh Christ, man, it pissed me off even more because I was like, fuck, man, I don't like to meet that guy. If
and I love how Paul
and you or something, then I would have I don't even know what I would have done, man. I would have been just.
I love how Paul just showed up. He had no plans where to stay. He didn't have a second change of clothes. He was just like, fuck it, I'm driving up 4 hours, getting drunk, crashing on somebody's couch, and then driving.
Where did he end up staying?
I think it was Jamie's couch in his in whatever hotel room Jamie had.
Nice.
My plan was funny because my financial shit happened that whole night when I realized my paycheck didn't go in, and I was going to get an Airbnb for the first time in my life, and I found a place in St. Catharines.
Oh, wow.
It was I think it was $31 a night, and I needed it for 2 nights, so it would have been $60. So I'm like, that's fine, I can deal with that. And I had almost booked it the night before, but I didn't. I was like, yeah, I'll just go. I'll do it on the day before I go, and it's a good thing I did because I'm probably would have been like out that money because I wouldn't have been able to go, and probably non-refundable or some shit. Yeah.
Well, I'm not. I don't know what your budget really was or how it all worked out. Chances are, if you'd have made it there, then they would probably covered you. I mean, if you could just make it there and back, somebody would have probably covered you.
Oh,
but I wouldn't. I wouldn't have wanted to go up there like that either.
Like, I'm sure. Even if I could have, even if I had gotten paid, it still would have been a bad idea just because I'm coming off EI and everything, and my finances are like fucked right now, and I need to fucking get everything back in order. I'm sure I would have had an awesome time, but I would have came back, and within a couple of days, I would have been like, yeah, I shouldn't have went there.
Yeah, exactly, right. It's just rolling the dice there.
So you just spent all your money on that juicy beer.
I spent more than I should have on that beer, like already. Oh my god, the Blue Jays won a game. Holy shit.
Yay.
Yeah.
They have been sucking a bunch of balls the last few weeks. It's not impressive at all.
Could be the Padres.
So hey Redbeard, you got a crappy camera you wanna send down to Texas? My camera finally petered out. My camera finally petered out. You got a little my old one was just this one here. My old camera finally petered out, and it's nothing to brag about. It was just a crappy little camera.
It's an actual camcorder.
Oh, it's a camcorder thing, right? It's an old school one. You get an old crappy camcorder you can send down to Texas?
I don't even have a camcorder at all. All I have is my GoPro, and it's not.
I can do my shit off my phone, but I turn it on. It goes click, 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 click. You look in the lens, and you can see the shutter blinking.
You might be able, it might be fixable if you know somebody, kind of thing.
Just go to Best Buy; they'll sell you a new one.
I know they will. I'm a cheap bastard like that, though. Come on now. I'm looking for cheap hand-me-down.
I was gonna say Kijiji, but down there I guess it'd be Craigslist that you'd want to make it look.
Yeah. There's gotta be one around. I'm looking for hand-me-downs. I'm a poor bitch. I have a. I'm putting new AC in this bitch.
I do have an app on my phone that's kind of cool. It's called what is it? Remote. What the fuck's it's Droid Cam or something? And it allows me to make my phone into a wireless webcam for my PC. It's actually pretty cool. I think it's called Droid Cam, right? Droid Cam X. It's called.
That's kind of cool if you have an old school laptop, I guess.
Well, there was one time it was a while ago. I only tried it once, and I haven't done it again. But my buddy Marcel was over, and we decided to do a live stream, and we were playing Magic Cards, which is this ultra nerdy card game. And I had this thing set up on top as so when we were playing, I had two cameras going for my live stream. The one camera was looking down on the table at the cards, and the other one showed me and Marcel kind of. It was actually pretty cool.
Nice, yeah. So very possible. What are you telling up there, Chad?
How much money's coming out of my bank account right now?
Let's discuss that. I'm sure. I'm sure that whole Rhino festival kicked ass.
Well, that's what it is, right? It's the breweries from the festival that I still owe money to. How much is still outstanding?
Right. Well, put that away until tomorrow. You don't want to do that.
Did they have to pay to come there?
They had to pay to come there, but not all that much.
How much?
Right.
If you don't mind me asking.
It was $100 a brewery.
Wow, that is really cheap. I want to say the last one I heard from the last festival that New Ontario, some guy was telling me about. I don't remember where it was, when it was, but it was at least $1,000 to go to that one.
No, I'm not trying to make money on this, right? This is a charity thing.
No, I completely understand, but again, that's dirt cheap, man. That's
$100 ain't shit.
That's awesome.
I'll lose $100 on the wash and forget about it. I mean,
if anything, man, I'd say next year, if it happens and everything, I'd jack that up to maybe $250. Now $100 probably doesn't even that doesn't cover anything. I'd imagine that's almost too cheap. I know you're trying to make money, but you want to at least cover yourself as much as you can. So all the money coming in is able to be that Ronald McDonald money, you know what I mean? Because I'd imagine that from all that, $100 each, there's probably a bit of that Ronald McDonald money that could have been there going in to kind of supplement that $100 each, I think. It just seems really cheap to me.
I know very little about it, but for $100, they just get...
Somebody remember 2369, okay?
2369.
Painted.
Oh, I'll remember the 69.
100. Damn.
Okay, what was the number?
2369.
2369, sir. Plus tax.
81750. 3387. 5008.
2369. I remember. Okay.
2369.
So the guys pay the $100 to get into the thing, but they're bringing the beer for everybody else to drink, and then how's it go? You buy the drink tickets, right? I'm not exactly sure how it goes. He's a man working on the 2369, right?
People buy the drink tickets. They give them to the vendors. At the end, Chad counts their drink tickets. So let's say they have 100 drink tickets at $2 a ticket. Chad owes them $200 at the end of the night.
Okay. But where's the money made out of that? There's got to be some money made out of that.
Well,
so,
I'm saying hypothetically. Like, I mean, I'm sure they make a lot more than $200.
So there's no actual dollars changing hands. The dollars change hands when you convert them to tickets. So on the trading floor or in the carnival or the festival, there is no real dollar changing hands. It's all tickets, which is good. That keeps the bad guys from snatching up a bunch of money, because the real money is where you bought the ticket, and that's where the money is held. But I get what the vendors say. Okay, I mean, there's got to be the vendors are putting in something. Okay, they spent $100 to show off their product, but they're also giving some of their product away toward the organization, right? 2369, Chad. 23. You can't hear us now. You can't hear us now, and you're still bald, and your dogs are driving you crazy. I'm just teasing. I don't understand how the whole festival works. The thing is, we know that it's all for a good charitable contribution type thing. We're looking at your monies now, and it looks like you're in the negative.
That's pretty funny.
Should I be meeting my thing too, right? Right. Anyway, hey, Redbeard, nice to see you again, man. I hadn't seen you in a million years. You've been gone for a while. I hadn't been on a chat with you in a minute. Nice to see you again.
I think we were in one not too long ago, weren't we?
It's been a while ago. Not like usually. Usually it's like once a week or twice a week, sometimes, depending, whatever.
Well, there was a couple times, like during my my EI, my winter break there, where I was like, I think I was like 4 nights in a row or something in like different people's. Any time I could get into a chat and say, yeah. But now it pisses me off because the only one I'm like really kind of not committed to, but I want to be more committed to is the beer analysis one, and that's on Wednesday nights. And Wednesday is really kind of hit or miss for me during work season.
Oh yeah, I've seen you in there. I don't think they like me over there so much, so I just.
Well, I think it's like mainly you're way down there in the States, so you're way less likely to be able to get the beers we're drinking unless we do a macro one.
I mean, the macro one. I'm sure you can probably get Colt 45 up where you are.
Yeah, we can get. Like, I don't think.
I've seen that one. Hey, welcome in, Rhino. We're having a great time here.
We'll get comments in a second. I had to bring the dogs out.
I don't think Nick would have a problem with you joining. Talking one. Like, everybody likes it.
I don't want to name names, but there's some people that just I don't think are so fond of me. I don't know. We went through all this.
You don't have to name names. I know.
We know you're talking about Lee.
Yeah, it's pretty much just a name. It's not name names. It's name a name. We'll just we'll keep on rolling. And anyway, I don't want to be where I'm not welcome or whatever. I don't fit in necessarily everywhere. And whatever, so I watched a little bit, and I've seen you on the stream, and whatever. It's really not that important to me. I was digging the Colt 45 thing. I thought that was kind of awesome, and I don't care who you are, you can find that one for sure, man. That was and I got just the response that you would think. Now we got an echo. Where's Ontario? He's gonna panic. I think it's definitely Chad echoing right now.
Yeah, we're gonna get Ontario panicking here. He's gonna jump in and why are y'all doing that here? No, I'm not out against anybody. It's all in fun, baby. It's all in fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. So anyway, yeah. All is well. And I've been dealing with some stupid issues. My freaking washing machine went out. My AC went out. My camera petered out on me. I don't mean to be all pity me or whatever. I'm just when it rains, it pours.
Nothing else should happen now because the rule of threes.
Yeah, let's hope it's over with. Yeah, let's hope it's over with. You know,
it should be good. It should be good now.
My camera was a hand-me-down, so I'm not panicked about it. It wasn't so fancy to begin with, although it took pretty nice video. You know, it wasn't all that to begin with, but we'll work on it. We'll work on it. No big deal. I'm not gonna get stressed over it. It's all in fun. We needed a washer because I mean it was like months ago, and my washer was like cook, and it was like, oh, it's gonna give out pretty soon, and then it go like cook. And so I told the wife, I said, and because it failed, you know, she said, doesn't spin anymore. Why are we doing this on this beer chat? Anyway, I said, she said, doesn't spin anymore. I said, all right, I'll get it fixed. No, I don't want to get it fixed. It's old. It's really old. It's like 16 years old, or whatever she said. I said, well, we'll get a used one. I don't want somebody else's problem. I said, okay, sit down here on the couch. I said, find one you want. And I made her pick out one. So got her brand spanking new Maytag. So $650 later, you know,
that's actually really not that expensive for a brand new washing machine. That's going to be like brand new kind of bottom of the line washing machine or something.
It probably
a good deal, maybe on sale or something, maybe.
Well, I think it was, but it's one of those high efficiency things where it's got that stupid little plate at the bottom, which I don't think is going to clean anything. But anyway,
because like the washer and dryer I have, kind of my boss basically donated them to the apartment because his wife didn't like them for whatever reason. They're like, it's a brand new Samsung washer and dryer.
Big baller types, yeah.
The pair of them was probably at least $2,500 for the two fucking.
Holy crap!
Yeah, like.
Oh, that's just the one piece. All right, we're here to talk about beer. Let's talk about beer. You can't possibly brew beer in a washing machine.
You know what? I bet you could. I bet you could. That would be a thing.
You could. All right, Rhino, we're still here, man. Well, your hair's getting long, man. When are you gonna cut your hairs?
Mine's getting kind of long, actually. It's like sandpaper right now.
Yeah, I did the whole thing. Remember, it's grown
I
back.
remember.
It's still a stupid video. I thought I put it on private. I don't know if it's still live or not. I don't know. Holy crap!
That should be live.
Every time I go live, I lose. So everything come out all right? I mean, the dogs are pottying well. Oh goodness!
Mine's having his dinner right now.
I'm all loaded up, man. I had my wife pull a beer for me off the keg, which I don't usually have her do that. My IPA turned out to be a 7.35%. It was supposed to have been like a 5 point something. I don't know what I did different or what happened. It attenuated way down, and I did the math.
That's kind of like what I want in IPA. That's like a good fucking bam IPA. Like this stuff here, like
monster freaking IPA. I took another 5 gallons of it. I did a 10-gallon batch, but she pulled that last pull out of there. And coincidentally, it was like so. That was the last one, and I got a little buzz on. You know, no shame in my game. I got a buzz on. We lost Rhino. He'll be back. He's another.
No, he's still here. Just
one of him's gone.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, so no, that freaking IPA has been just perfect timing too. It's about that time of year where IPA is just feeling good for me. I'm usually the stout guy, you know, and I still have some stout and that freaking that 10.2 or whatever it is. It's a wee heavy, a strong Scottish ale.
I've had a couple wee heavies.
$44 to brew that 5-gallon batch. The grains in that 5-gallon batch was like brewing in that 5-gallon batch.
Like what is an average cost for a 5-gallon batch? Like, what does that IPA cost?
25 bucks. 25 bucks.
Oh yeah, wow.
If it's a crappy little lager or something, you're talking about 15 bucks. A dry stout, $19. This was $44. The grain bill on this 5-gallon batch was like a 20-gallon brew. This is like what I usually get for a 20-gallon brew. It was $44 for this big ass some puppy.
Let's try this beer now. We just like even just send like we just go one bottle just so it's not like that much. You know, like if it doesn't make it, it's just like I don't want to say like send me 100 different beers kind of thing. But I want to try. I want to review a drunken one fucking beer on my channel, man. That'd be so awesome.
Okay, I got. Okay, I won't give you your name, but the North.
Everybody knows I'm not Kerry. It's
North Bay, Canada. And then P1B1A8.
Change that to 1S. Change that to 1S7 actually.
Yeah. Right. You have you got to before they quit all the private message crap. Send me your proper address to where I can send you something. I won't give the number, but I know you live on Winter Street.
Yeah, man, I'm pretty sure you have like. That's what I said. You have my address right now.
Yeah, you do know we're live, right?
I have it.
That's what he said. Yeah, that's what he's trying to give it all.
So we're live. So I'm leaving it.
Because you sent me that jerky before it. That's what I'm saying. All you need to do, the postal code, change it to P1B 1S7. That's it. Change that, and you're good.
No. Carrie, send me your proper way that you do it. That way, it's all.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That's about
stuff and. I have it all messed up here. We lost Carrie. Some bitch. YouTube kicked him off the internet. Anyway, yeah. I was able to get some jerky to him at one point, but he was like, dude, I don't even know how it made it there. You had it all messed up because it was Ontario, and I don't want to give his number out exactly, but I had it all messed up. So this particular one was in the needs attention file, and the last time I sent him something, Chet's back. The last time I sent him something was December 7th of last year, but I'm surprised it even made it to him. And I think didn't it happen the same way for you, Chad? That I sent something to you and.
Yeah, I made fun of the address you put on it.
Yeah, I did. Right, you gotta send it. Maybe I did it the wrong way or something. I don't know. Y'all have letters and numbers and all kinds of crap in your zip code. And,
okay. Yeah, I don't even know what just happened. Like,
oh no, right.
Google Chrome just crashed in a big way. It was fucking insane.
It was the Google Mafia took you out of
Okay, I'm going to your channel right now, Drunken One. I'm going to send you a message through there.
Yeah. Why y'all can still send a message through the All About page?
That's what I was going to say. Like when I said, like, you have my address, but I remember now when you sent it to me, it was to read it. It was the most hilarious address I've ever read in my life. So yeah. You want to see that?
Yeah. Send it with all your letters and numbers for your postal code thing, and we'll go through it again.
I think they have the. Oh no, it's right there. Is that Sam's message right there? Okay, they have kind of changed it already. Weird.
Yeah, I know.
The message thing is now like a little icon thing. It's a little message thing.
What I've heard, guys, is you've always had that option of putting something as a business contact. I think you have to do that now. And with that being said, what people can see is your proper email address, which used to they couldn't. I could be wrong with what I'm saying, but what I think I know about this is you've always had the option of putting it in a business inquiry thing or whatever. You have to put it in now, but
I can't hit enter and like make separate lines in this message apparently. So I'm putting my name and then a dash and then the address. And so everywhere there's a dash, that's like a separate line.
Why don't I just send you his email address and you just email it to him?
Okay, yeah, or we can do that.
This doesn't work.
I sort of had it, but it was good enough that I got some jerky up there. But y'all both teased me about the way it looked, and I thought I had it right, and I just don't understand y'all's postal thing. I mean,
Like I said, man, this will work
ours
here.
is
I
like
got it.
128 Elm Street, Buffalo, New York, and then just a 5-digit. I don't live anywhere near it.
Fair.
Anyway, and then
It's
a 5-digit.
It's sent. Take a look at it, and then just make sure you understand what I said. Everywhere there's a dash, it's the line. It's I think a total of 5 lines. Just
okay, that's fine. Or put it in the side chat because that's still personal, right?
Oh yeah, but again, I sent it to you here, so you got it now. You got it, man.
Okay. So it's getting. What time is it now?
This is still live. We're all talking about a bunch of crap.
No, that's fine. I was looking at the time. I have a little bit left. A little bit of time left. So what do we want to talk about, guys?
I was gonna have a question about beer. You know how you say alembic is not alembic unless it's made in that region?
Yes.
Isn't a goza like a derivative of a lambic?
Did you say derivative?
Derivative, right. Tomato.
Derivative. I've never heard derivative. You put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Tomato. Okay. Anyway.
It's a derivative. It's derived.
Let's roll with it. It is derived from. Sure.
Alembic, right? Like,
a goza is from Goslar, Germany.
Oh.
So that means if a Goslar is made over here, it's not.
A goza can be made anywhere. A goza is basically a salty sour beer. That's salty sour wheat beer is what it's supposed to be.
They're not bad. It's like it's a style. It's kind of a hit or miss style. Depends on how salty or like how weird they make it. I find it. Sometimes it can be a nice beer. Sometimes it can be pretty weird and not great.
All right. Yeah.
Have you guys tried the new Uber? I'm imagining Chad probably has because you're close to Nickelbrook.
The pineapple?
The pineapple one that's out the LCBO.
I have 2 of them sitting in my fridge right now.
Have you tried it?
I picked up at the brewery. No, I haven't tried it, but I'm going to drink the raspberry Uber.
That's everybody's had that one, man. Come on, that's boring.
I know, but I love it.
It's good, but like I said before, that Rouge River one puts that one to shame, in my opinion. That Rouge River one that Maple Rusky gave to you and I was fucking amazing. It was just raspberry juice, literally. It was so good.
All right. Like that, eh? Yeah.
Randomly, there's raspberry Coca-Cola now that you can buy. It's not bad.
Raspberry Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe Ryan was able to find me that easily.
What do you mean? Beer by the numbers?
Yeah.
He's a nerd. He's a nerd. I'm sure he's well versed on computers.
Oh no, it's that I don't go by a normal name on Facebook. That's all. I'm surprised he found me.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Ryan's no punk. Ryan's a smart guy. I don't know exactly what you're doing on Facebook because I don't understand Facebook at all. But anyway, Ryan's a smart guy, and don't underestimate the power of the Ryan or the beer by the numbers. He is indeed a nerd, And I'd say it to his face, and he's awesome, But he is indeed a nerd.
Also, Chad, I'm not sure if you saw that video that I linked you, but what do you think about people making beer out of crabgrass?
I've never done it. It's weird to me. Would I try it? Sure, but it's weird to me.
Apparently, it's like wheat beer, but because apparently crabgrass actually comes from like the German area, and people used it to make like beer and bread beforehand. It's just over in North America, people just complain about it in their lawns.
Okay, I don't know about crabgrass. What I know about brewing beer is inevitably, no matter what you're brewing beer with, it's got to have sweets to it. You have to have something to ferment. So I don't know if crabgrass has anything sweet to offer.
Well,
either way, whatever it is you're working with, it's got to be sweet at the beginning of it,
Well, the guy screwed it up to begin with because he tried malting it, but it didn't work out too well. I have a feeling that he drowned the seeds while he was trying to like germinate them to get them to malt.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Wait.
He also
crabgrass isn't. You wouldn't. malt crabgrass. It's not.
I don't know. I'm confused here too.
He was basically making it like a wheat beer. Is basically what he was trying to do.
But
And
crabgrass isn't wheat.
he assumed since like wheat's a grass, he was trying to do the same instructions because he was just basically couldn't find anything on how to brew crabgrass beer, even though I found something on Reddit. In 2 seconds.
I know you got to have something sweet to start with to make any kind of alcohol. Period. I don't care if it's table sugar or what. It could be any honey or whatever. I mean, it's got to be sweet. Whatever it is, it's got to be sweet to make beer.
According to the Reddit, if you get the seed before they're mature, they have a lot more simple sugars in there than complex sugars, so it's easier to ferment.
Huh.
So you don't really have to put a heck of a lot of added sugar to it.
I just noticed, I'd completely forgotten until just now, but Doug Ford is our new premier. What?
Why did you even bring that up?
I'm sorry. I just noticed it now. My day's been ruined.
I just noticed that there's a YouTube trend of like people are just like, hey, there's this random weed in my backyard. Let's try to make alcohol out of it.
I mean, I've heard of dandelion wine.
I have too, but
there's something to that. I haven't researched it whatsoever, but
I made dandelion wine.
But people are like making beer out of like burdock root and other like crazy shit like that.
Why not, man? Try it. Like you can like why not?
I mean, if you have like wild berries or something like that, yeah, they're gonna have some sugars to it. That makes sense. You can make some wine, or I guess you can make beer out of it. I've used it with a beer that I've done before, but not only solely as the beer. The thing was, I made this beer, and then I got like what they call the second runnings, which are a lot less sugary. And I had, it was actually like just a Budweiser clone, it was a Michelob or whatever. It was like a lager clone. And it was kind of lame on the sugar level, and so I added some berries to it, which brought up the sugar level. When it was all said and done, I kind of got 2 brews out of 1 brew. I got my Michelob clone, and then the other one only ended up to be like a 3% beer, and it tasted a bit like kind of a beer, but then it was also like blackberries. It wasn't terrible. It was like what do you call it, a shandy or whatever. It was something like that, and it wasn't terrible. It was definitely a lawnmower beer, and you could drink a bunch of them. It wasn't bad. It was okay, you know. But I don't know anything about crabgrass. It just there's no sugars to that. There's no anything to that.
There is, but it's complex. It's like cellulose, which is fiber. It's not like glucose. Any of that stuff that's like really simple. That yeast can actually digest.
Right. What you got there, Mr. Beard, Mr. Kerry?
Got a can of Headstock IPA from Nickelbrook.
Right. I'm about to finish up my Voodoo Ranger thing, and I'm gonna pour me one of my big fat, good old dry stouts that I do forever. Okay. If I'm switching to hoses, because like I said, when my wife poured me my last one out of the keg, which usually doesn't happen, she poured me my last IPA. She poured it, and it went. So now my option is I have to move the hose. There's 2 more kegs left. One is the dry stout. The other is the wee heavy, the Scottish strong ale at a 10%. I think I'm gonna move it to the strong ale at this point. Because there's still quite a bit of that one in there. I think if I have to move this thing, I'm gonna move it to the bigger spot. Yeah.
What alcohol per volume does it beer turn into barley wine?
I'm not sure exactly. I think that one I was just talking about is on that verge of barley wine. I'm not sure exactly. These smart guys can tell you. I don't know. What is the difference? Sorry,
I'll talk to you in 1 second.
Okay, what I know about
I'm listening. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this order through before they're out of this beer.
That's fine. That's fine. You said pause. Okay, what I know about it is this is a really strong beer, and the amount of grains that went into this beer was almost like making a 10-gallon batch, although I made a 5-gallon batch. And so there was a lot more grains. It was expensive. It's a $44 beer. Most beers that I brew, for example, the little old stout that I was talking about is like $18. This was more than twice that cost. The amount of grains when it comes to brewing the beer was heavy. It was like brewing a 10-gallon batch of beer, although it was only 5 gallons. So I made my best with this. After I got done running the first beer through, the rest, just like we had talked about just a second ago, there was still some more residual sweetness. I run it in. I run those out. Well, it wasn't quite high enough, so this time, instead of the berries, I put pancake syrup. Yes, he said pancake syrup. And so I have another 3 gallons of this pancake syrup, wee heavy Scottish ale, whatever. I have it's still in the fermenter over there. I haven't even effed with it. It's done bubbling, but I don't know what the volume, what the ABV is, but it's gonna be something. But there's like another 3.5, 4 gallons of it. But and so that's what's up next on the chopping block for the silly things. I swear to God, it's true. You can't make this shit up. So I'm gonna move the liquid hoses and we're gonna pour one of the wee heavies. It's a 10 point. The numbers are on my dry erase. It's a 10.4 or something, whatever. I don't know. It turned out to be a monster. It's heavy. It's just once you've had a couple of those, not because of the alcohol volume, but because it's just so sweet and so not really sweet, but it's just so malty and just so heavy. And my descriptors are terrible. It's just a great big ass beer, you know. And Paul and probably Carrie is great with these things because they do those double malted double bourbon barrel aged, whatever the fuck, you know. I ain't into all that. I got baby palates, so this particular beer is just like almost too much, you know.
Okay, my orders are done. I'm good.
All right, now,
how many beers do you order?
Where does it go? Where does it go from like a wee heavy or a strong ale into a barley wine? Where does what's the difference between a pond and a lake? Well, that's a totally different story. Where's it turn into a barley wine from a beer?
Well,
Anyway.
a barley wine is a beer, right? It's you weirdos in the U.S. that do things by ABV.
Well, Pennsylvania.
Okay, so what's it mean to you? Where do you feel like that? What differentiates a barley wine from like something else lesser?
A barley wine is usually it's a strong English ale. That's basically it. Period. Okay. You're looking at between 8 and 12% normally.
Okay.
Unless it's barrel aged, and then whatever.
All right.
Fuck.
Get me down. No, it's okay. Nobody's going to handle that.
I mean, Pennsylvania does stuff by AVB because that's how the Liquor Control Board is in the state. Like hard cider, if it has too much alcohol in it, has to be classified as an apple wine, and you can only sell it to the bar from the winery or at the liquor store. You cannot sell it at like beer distributors or anything like that. If it has too much alcohol content, which is what the Cider Guild in Pennsylvania is trying to get changed to have hard cider in a separate category, because right now it's not in a separate category. It's either the lower stuff is considered like a malt beverage for some reason, and the higher alcohol stuff is considered an apple wine.
Yeah,
Pennsylvania Yeah,
malt beverage is not the way to do it.
Pennsylvania state does not have an actual definition for what is hard cider.
Right.
Your original gravity on a barley wine should be around 1.12.
1.1. Okay, yeah. The original gravity. Yeah. Yes, sir. Okay, right.
And your final gravity should be around 1.01 or 1.03.
Okay. Well, I was just pressing it with mine. Yeah, mine was 1.10. Yeah, so right. So I was close. I'm on the verge of the barley wine. I'm gonna go pour one and change out the taps. Change out the liquid lines. It was like a 10 point. It was like 10.34 or something. It's strong. It's no punk. It's no punk. Yeah. Let me just see if I can find it in my notes here. I got this book here. I got this here book. You know what it should have been, and I think it turned out to what it should have been. And we'll see. I want to say it was up there like that. It was the biggest beer I've ever made, to be very, very honest. It's expensive. It's a freaking $44 5-gallon batch of beer. You know, I don't brew those. I'm a cheapskate guy. I'll pass it up somewhere. I'm the cheapskate guy.
Just keep adding rice to the dang thing until it gets cheapened out.
I mean, a normal batch of beer, you're talking about, $25-$30 tops. It's 25 for my American IPA. That's the one I'm drinking there. 19, 23, 18, 25, 21. Where is that damn one? I know it's in here because that's where I got it from. But yeah, I mean, you're talking about $25 will buy you a nice beer. You want to brew some beers for your non-craft beer buddies. You're talking about the Budweiser clones. It's $14, well, $14.95. You know, a light clone like your Miller Lite, Bud Light, or whatever, which is just loaded with corn and rice. You're talking about $12 to brew 5 gallons, which is 2 cases of beer. So I mean, where is that damn one?
Yeah, you can save a lot of money brewing your own beer.
Oh yeah, you save a shitload of money, and once you learn it, it's super easy to do.
Motherfucker!
Don't tell
Jesus, Chad.
Uncalled for, man. What the
No,
hell?
sorry, I lost out on another house that I wanted to
Family
fucking
friendly live chat.
Family friendly. Good luck with that.
You lost it. What now? What?
I lost out on another house.
How so?
I'll talk about it when we go offline.
No worries.
Okay, here it is. Okay. Oh, excuse me. It's $42. $42.
Oh, you just saved $2, man. That's awesome.
Right. Well, it's supposed to, and I'd have to watch the video to realize what it was. It's supposed to come out to a 1.10, and then it still ends up pretty damn sweet at the finishing gravity at a 1.028. If you're into those last numbers, so it turns out really strong. There's 19 gallons. There's 19 pounds of Golden Promise, a pound of some Dark Crystal, half pound of Brit and Special and Amber, and then a bit of roast and peat in there. But that's a $42 batch of beer.
Put an old school like Jim Henson movie in there, man. I like that.
Well, thank you.
A little Dark Crystal, huh? Get it, huh?
I'm not a movie guy, but yeah.
Oh, come on! That's like an old school, like that. That's a classic. That's like
that movie still creeps me out.
That movie was It's fucking disturbing, man. But it was so well done.
So many 80s children films are disturbing.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, well, it's just the animatronics are just.
Well, no, that's the thing. It's not even like it's not animatronics. It's fucking people.
We are going to go offline. Goodbye to YouTube.
Yeah.